They've taken you from the Imperial City's prison, first by carriage and now by boat. To the east, to Morrowind. Fear not, for I am watchful. You have been chosen.
Wake up. We're here. Why are you shaking? Are you okay? Wake up. Stand up. There you go. You were dreaming. What's your name?
Hi guys, it's Epsilon, and today we're going to be starting our Morrowind Let's Play with the character we'll be creating today, Madril Vendu. I spelled that correctly? Yes.
Well, not even last night's storm could wake you. I heard them say we reached Morrowind. I'm sure they'll let us go. Quiet. Here comes the guard.
This is where you get off. Come with me.
Normal WASD controls.
You better do what they say.
Okay. So, this is going to be a role play of Morrowind. And I've already got the character stats and everything planned out, so we won't have to faff about with that, although I will show you character creation. There are also a few mods that we'll be using. Oh, okay.
Get yourself up on deck and let's keep this as civil as possible.
The sooner you leave, the sooner we can move on.
Specifically...
This is where they want you. Head down to the dock and I'll show you to the census office.
Okay. We have the Morrowind code
We
patch.
finally arrived, but our records don't show from where.
I will continue that train of thought in a second. So we're going to be playing a Dark Elf, if you couldn't have told from the name Madril Vendu. Let's make him prettier than that. This face, and where's the hair? I think we'll go with this hair. There we go. There it is. So we're going to be playing Madril Vendu, the Dunmer.
Great.
Our height suddenly changed.
Follow me up to the office and they'll finish your release.
Of course it did. Okay, so we have the Morrowind code patch, which fixes a lot of the bugs that Morrowind had that official releases didn't fix, as well as smoothing out some areas. We have Starfire's NPC additions, which just adds random NPCs to the game to kind of make it feel more alive. We have Graphical Herbalism, and of course the big one we have is Tamriel Rebuilt, which I don't have a map right now, so I can't show you, but adds the rest of Morrowind outside of Vardenfell.
Yes, we've been expecting you. You'll have to be recorded before you're officially released. There are a few ways we can do this, and the choice is yours.
We're going to fill out the forms ourselves, because we know what we want. We're going to take luck and intelligence as our favorite attributes, because luck never gets a stat bonus from your skill increases, and intelligence it determines your magicka based on your level. When you level up, it will increase your magicka. So we want to be that to be as high as possible when we start, so that we get as much magicka as we can. Let's lay out the skills we have. So Madril wears light armor, and he's had a bit of experience with healing himself. Maybe he's taken a few wounds. He's also good at blocking attacks, because you know, sometimes people want to attack you. There's a reason he ended up in jail. And we're taking alchemy. I'm taking alchemy just because we need it, but also because we will be... we will be role-playing a bit with alchemy as cooking, and there's not really another way to do that in this game. He is good with a long blade, and also good with a bow, and I suppose throwing stars, because it's a thing in this game. he doesn't really have skill in enchanting, but the enchant skill controls how fast things will recharge, like enchanted rings and such. And Madril finds that things tend to recharge pretty fast for him. Magic items work better for him than other people. He's good at talking, because when you can't fight your way out, you gotta talk your way out. And alteration for flying, really. That'll come into play later. Don't worry. And his class. I'm gonna go with freelance. Freelancer. Okay.
Very good. The letter that preceded you mentioned you were born under a certain sign. And what would that be?
To go along with the fact that magic acts weird around Madril, he has the Atronach as a birth sign. You see that spell absorption for 50 points? 50% of all magical attacks, and heals, I suppose technically, buffs, that target Madril are just absorbed by him. They do nothing to him. Unfortunately, he cannot regenerate his own magicka because of this, but his maximum magicka is double what it would normally be.
Interesting.
Very
now, before
interesting.
I stamp these papers, make sure this information is correct.
We'll do that. Yes, this is all correct. Freelancer. Yeah, I'll stick with that name. That's fine. So you look at the magicka we start with. Most people start with around like 30. He's 150. It's equal with his fatigue. That's ridiculous. He's not even a mage. Okay. Give me the paper. Yes, I know. Yes, I know.
Show your papers to the captain when you exit to get
Take.
your PC.
This is just the information we just gave him in paper form. And we're leaving. Bye.
Continue through to the next building and talk to Celascrates.
There's one other mod that I haven't mentioned yet because it's not going to be coming into play for a little bit. But I want you to know that there is one more. Let's take this, because we have to. Pull it out. Stab, stab. Fantastic. We know how to use a knife. Is that the lockpick? Yes. What does our menu look like right now? Oh, good. It's laid out pretty well. So, we can just lockpick that. This is going to fail, isn't it? Oh, it succeeded, thank God. And we're going to take the money. There's the tutorial on how to eat things. And that is, pick it up, put it in your face. You eat it. Look at that. Crab meat and the Flynn for the tutorial on how to make a potion. And we're leaving. We're done here. Don't need any of that. We have the map. Does it show? There it is. So you see this island in the center here? Let's see if we can make this bigger. Oh, good, we can. See this island in the center here? This is Vvardenfell. And all of this over here to the east is what Tamriel Rebuilt has made. When it's done, it will actually circle all the way around Vvardenfell and kind of stop short of Solstheim right here. Because Morrowind is a huge province. They've already added, I think, like 1.3 times the size of Morrowind has already been added here with Tamriel Rebuilt. It's a lot of stuff. With its own quests and factions, and we'll get to that. We'll get to all of that. Look at the barrel. Take the ring. We have magic now. Yay. Yes. So, it said you press R to ready magic, but with the Morrowind code patch, you actually just cast the magic immediately when you press R. Even if you have your weapon out. Bam. And I like that much more. It's more of an Oblivion style. You don't have to switch between magic casting and not. It's much more fluid. And then we talk to this guy. We give him our papers. Where's the papers? Yes, there we go. And he tells us to go to Caius Cassades, but we're not going to be doing that because this canonically never happened. I mean, it did, but not in this order. I'll bring you back in once we're at Madril Vendu's actual home, and then I'll tell you his story. I just wanted you to show you how to go through the opening character creation process. It's fairly short. Okay. See you in just a second. And welcome to Madril Vendu's home. So, now that that character creation thing is done, I actually want to go over Madril himself. I just wanted to get through that as fairly quickly as we could, because canonically for Madril, that never happened. He didn't show up and walk. Well, I mean, I suppose he had to have walked through Satanine, but he wasn't, like, specifically released from prison. So let's go over Madril's stats. Let's bring that up here. Yeah, you'll notice he already has a few things. He's set up already, in a way. Okay. So we have his skills here. Light armor. So the reason Madril has light armor is because he spent some time in the Legion. And for those of you who are lore-friendly, you may say, well, the Legion wears medium armor, so why is he wearing light armor? Specifically, Madril had some skirmishes that he was part of in Black Marsh and elsewhere. And in the marsh and the desert, it wasn't very wise to wear really bulky armor. You needed to have something so you had some chance of deflecting blows if something attacked you, but you really needed your mobility or to stay cool in those places. So Madril actually spent most of his time in light armor, and it's what he's become accustomed to. He likes the mobility it gives him, while he still feels that he's protected enough. Like, it's good enough. It's going to stop most things anyways, because otherwise it would just be crap armor. It's not armor. So he likes the light armor. Restoration here. Right here. So he took Restoration. He specifically taught himself a cantrip to heal his wounds, which is this spell over here, Hearth Heal. He taught himself that because he realized that sometimes somebody might not be around to heal him or give him a potion, or he might not have the time to lay up in, like, a bed or a tent or something to fix his wounds and let himself heal. So he taught himself this spell. It's not really strong, but given time, he can bring himself back to where he needs to be to keep going. And he, of course, taught himself that because of his time in the Legion. Same thing with Block, Longblade, and Marksman. Those were all skills that he needed to work in the Legion. They used swords, he had his bow and arrow for when they needed to attack from a range, the shield. So it all comes off of that. He's not as good as with the blade, which is why it's a minor skill in Marksman, as he would like to be, but he can use them. So Destruction. After Madril left the Legion, he spent some time working for, like, various, like, say, an Adventurers Guild, or more specifically, the Fighters Guild, or perhaps as a guard for merchants. And during one of these missions, Madril actually came across a scamp, which is a Daedra, for those who don't know. And for those who don't know as well, Daedra are immune to just normal weapons and attacks. So Madril's skill with the sword was useless, and he was basically forced to flee, which is kind of embarrassing if you know what a scamp is. They're these, like, tiny, almost incapable of harming you creatures, but given enough time, it could definitely have killed Madril because he couldn't hurt it. He didn't have any way to actually stop it. So he taught himself one magical attack, so that at the very least he could defend himself from things like that, or spirits if they came up. He's like, I need to have something, or I'll die in this line of work. So he's not particularly skilled at it. It's only a 40. He doesn't really have really high skills in anything. It's actually his highest skill, Destruction. Lol. But he can do it. Speechcraft. Madril's a nice guy, and people generally like him, and he wants to help people, so he tends to pull good things out of people. He's good at talking to them, and his time in the Legion has also given him a bit of skill at intimidating people as well. Perhaps not always intentionally, but he has a way of carrying himself that's like, I've killed people before. I know how to fight. And the last few skills are Alchemy and Enchantment and Alteration. Okay, so Alteration is something that Madril is interested in. he doesn't know any spells of alteration. He doesn't know any idea how it really works. But he, with his missions with like the Fighters Guild and stuff, he's come to appreciate how useful something like water breathing could be, or maybe a fire shield or something like that. He realizes how helpful those would be. He just doesn't know how to do it himself. It's something he's interested in learning, which is why it's one of his minor skills, but he doesn't know. He doesn't know. And then enchantment or alchemy are not what they look like they are. So, Madril is a good cook and a brewmaster. He particularly likes alcohols. I wouldn't say he's an alcoholic, but he likes sampling different alcohols. He's like, I like these, and he's good at making them. And he's also good at cooking food. And there's not really a way to do that without modding Morrowind, and I didn't want to mod Morrowind so much that it was completely different from the base game. Like, I'll go into depth with the mods once we get started. Like, it'll be something to talk about as we walk. But, so I just chose alchemy to represent that. And decided as well, also, Madril has the Atronach, the Atronach star sign, which means he doesn't regenerate his own magicka. He only gets it back if he either drinks a potion of Restore Magicka, which he tends to carry with him just in case, or is hit with some kind of magic. And there is a 50% chance he will then absorb that magic and use it to restore his own reserves of magicka. So, since he doesn't really have a way to always guarantee he'll have magicka for his restoration spells, he sometimes likes to make potions of healing just in case. He doesn't do it quite as often, but he does like to do it just in case. It's more of a... He's a guy who likes to be prepared for the just in cases, because you never know. And finally, enchantment. Madril actually has no idea how to enchant things, and I might get him training in this. Like, he might eventually come across a wizard who's like, I'll teach you how to enchant things, and he'll be like, oh, okay, that sounds interesting, I'll learn that. But at the moment, he actually has no idea how to enchant things. I took the enchant skill so that his magical items will recharge faster than they would if he didn't have the skill. So I didn't take that, it would currently be 5. 15's not really much better. And flavor-wise, Madril, magical items work better around Madril than they tend to work around most of the people. The magic in them will last longer, they'll recharge faster once they do run out. This is something he's noticed in his life. I think that's good for that. And I mentioned the 2 spells he has that he taught himself, so let's make this tiny again, because we're probably not going to look at this for a long time. Let's just get that up there. Let's go through his inventory before I take you through his house. So, Madril, he got into a drunken brawl in Shadenhall and was arrested and put into the dungeon for about a week. He was finally released when one of his old Legion buddies who worked with the guard there realized he was there, and they were like, hey, I'm going to let you out, but maybe leave town because people aren't happy with you. So he decided he was going to leave and come to Morrowind. And he got to Vvardenfell just as the quarantine dropped down on it. What the quarantine is about will come up during the story itself, so I won't say, but he arrived just after that dropped, and so he's kind of been trapped on Vvardenfell. And he managed to get this house because he arrived in Ald'ruhn, he was looking for work, and while he was just out in the town one day, a zombie stumbled out of this house for no particular reason, as far as anyone could tell, and people went in, and Hanarai, Ashut Lanapal, was missing, the woman who owned the house, and everybody's like, where did this zombie come from? Because it wasn't her, it was an ash zombie, it was just a faceless creature, and she's like, everyone was just like, where did she go? Nobody knows. So, Madril volunteered to stay at the house to both wait for her and to make sure nothing else is going to come out of the house, because as far as everyone knew, there was no zombies in here, and an ash zombie should have left far earlier than it did, because despite the term zombie, they're actually kind of intelligent creatures. So, he's been living in Ald'ruhn and doing odd jobs, which is why he has a bit of stuff on him. He, of course, has some chitin armor that he's managed to purchase or acquire, and his old saber. He has his standard issue longbow from the Legion, as well as a bunch of arrows, and then, of course, his clothes. And, of course, the normal assortment of healing potions that you would usually have: restore health, or some alcohol, some flin and matst, cure common disease, poisons, fatigues, healths, and magicka. Oh, and he has a standard restore strength potion, just in case. Torches to go along with him, his entire savings at the moment, 65 gold. And a spell of recall and mark. And he's been thinking about placing the mark here in his home, but he's not actually decided yet. He's not sure. And we'll talk about these, how he got a hold of those, in a minute. So this is Madril's house. He has been slowly working through Hanarai's stuff and replacing it with his own. But for now, her cups work fine, her plates work fine, her bottles are completely fine. He stores his food over here, and I will be trying to roleplay him eating food. I will both try to make alchemy, to make like food stocks, which we'll of course name that, but as well we'll bring stuff like hound meat with us, eggs, rice, jellies, stuff like that, to eat on the road. Morrowind doesn't actually require you to eat, and the way time works and the way potions work, it might be awkward for us to eat every often, but I'll try to make sure he eats something at least once a day. I might forget, but that's because I'm human. Oh yeah, so he's a bit of a reader. He's been sitting here taking notes. That's what he was doing right before we started. And what is the last few things I need to show you? His loot. He's not good at playing it. You'll never hear him play it. He is, in fact, terrible at the loot. Oh, here is his Imperial Dragonscale helm. It's some of the only armor he has left over from his time in the Legion. Here's his chest of clothes. He doesn't got much. Just a few changes, just in case. And, of course, alchemy stuff over here for creating potions if he needs to. Oh, he also stores his armorer stuff in here. He likes to think he's good at armoring. I'm not sure what the proper word for that would be, but he's not. That's not going to stop him from trying, and we'll of course try and armor our own armor, but And of course there's this door. It's locked. Madril doesn't know how to open it, and he doesn't have the key, and he doesn't really have the skills with the lockpick that he purchased to try and open it to really get through. So he's tried once or twice and then just kind of given up, and it's like, okay, well, the door's locked. I guess there doesn't seem to be any noise coming from in there or anything, so I guess it's fine. And that's about it for his house. He doesn't have much. We'll build up his house as we play the game. We'll make it more ours, but for now, it's mostly just Hanarai's leftover stuff as Madril watches over her house. So, right before the start of this video, a courier came to the door to give Madril some supplies. Specifically, he received a letter from an old Legion friend with instructions. The first instructions were to take this soul gem, which Madril has no idea what it is. I mean, he knows it's a soul gem, but he's not aware of how good of a soul gem it is, nor what's inside of it. He has no idea. He was instructed to take this soul gem to Ghost Gate to give to the people there to help strengthen the Ghost Gate, because it of course uses soul gems to power itself. And then he was also given these packages and told to go speak with Caius Casades in Balmora, which he will do. So that's where we are now. We're actually about to head out to Ghost Gate. What's the time? 9 a.m. It's a good time in the morning. We'll bring some food with us. Let's see. Maybe one hound meat and 2 salt rice, which is rice basically. Salt basically, to try and give it some flavor. Because Ghostgate isn't so far away that he needs multiple days of stuff. and he needs to purchase a bedroll. A bedroll is not an item in actual Morrowind, because it just isn't. You can just rest basically anywhere. If I were outside in the wild, it would just let me sleep right now. But we're going to RP that we need a bedroll, and the bedroll will be signified by a pillow in our inventory. If I can, I'll enchant it with something to restore fatigue and just name it bedroll. But he doesn't have one of those, so for now, he can't sleep in the wild. He's just not going to be allowed. So he needs to head to Ghostgate. Oh god, I forgot how slow Morrowind walking was. To work on making him a little bit faster. Ah, here's a door. Okay. So, there's no telling what we're going to meet on our way there. So I'll talk about the mods while we're on our way to Ghostgate. So we have, specifically... Which inventory space do you have? Oh, good. We have, specifically, a few mods. I didn't want to pull too far away from the base game of Morrowind, because I always wanted to RP it. Well, I do want to RP it. I always wanted to Let's Play it, and I wanted it to be Morrowind. And I see people, and there's nothing wrong with it. I, in fact, enjoy it when they're, like, complete conversion mods, or, like, graphic overhauls, or stuff like that. And that's all perfectly fine. I enjoy those, too. But it's not something that I wanted to do. I did, however, want to mod just a little... Oh, God, what have I done? Mod just a little bit, both to fix the bugs that Morrowind has, as well as adding a few things that I really like. So, as you may notice, if you've played Morrowind before, these plants are not acting like plants would normally be when you're collecting them. I've been intentionally collecting them so you can see that. Normally, in Morrowind... Oh god. It's a rat. Normally in Morrowind, when you would go collecting plants or stuff, the plants would open up like a container, and you would take the plant out of them. Very well. But I have actually got the Graphical Herbalism mod, which instead makes the plants disappear. So you can both click it just to instantly grab it, and then, of course, see that it's gone. So you don't, like, if I came back later, I wouldn't be like, oh, there's some scathro over there. No. No, there's not. Because it's gone. You can't see it. Okay. So that's that mod. I just... Oh, I'm still slow. It's just something to make the game a little bit easier and to speed it up a little. Speaking of which, speeding it up a little, we have the Morrowind code patch, which those of you who've played Morrowind before may have already noticed some of the changes it brings about. When we were in Madril's home, you may have noticed the stuff that wasn't his was specifically marked as owned, and that is something the Morrowind code patch adds, so you can see who owns, well, not who owns them, but that they're not just free for taking. It also shows you what things are free for taking. Let's drink a potion of Restore Fatigue. Let's see if we can shoot that Quama Forger. I would imagine this would be incredibly hard to shoot with an arrow. I've been hoping things would damage me so I could show you one of the next things it adds, but I'll just keep talking about the stuff. It removes... This was an option that I specifically chose. It doesn't come with the base mod, but I chose to remove the tag that shows you if a thing is locked, and of course it's lock level, and whether a thing is trapped. Because I feel for a more realistic feeling, you wouldn't know that the door is locked just by staring at it. You'd have to try. Same with the chest. And it kind of defeats the purpose of a trap if you know it's there before it can affect you. So I chose to have that removed. The alchemy system has been a little updated. It works exactly the same. If you played Morrowind before, the alchemy screen, when you pulled up a mortar and pestle, would bring up the ingredients you had in a line like this, and you'd have to go through each one, and well, I'm going to say more like this. it wouldn't show very many at once, and they were apart, and you couldn't really see the way things interacted. And it's changed that so that you now end up with something much bigger, and you can roll over it with your mouse and see the ingredients, and it just makes it easier. It's just to make it easier without actually changing the way it works at all. I got a rat too. Ooh, I got him. Ooh, I killed him. Good. Gotcha. Excuse me. Am I missing you, or... I don't think I was actually attacking him, because he didn't come to kill me until just now. Oh, well, that's gone. Oh well. I was trying to see if there was a way I could put the weapon back up, but no, it's gone. Stop sneaking. Before I go into combat, I usually start sneaking, because it makes you move slightly slower, so that my fatigue will regenerate. Because fatigue is very important in Morrowind. Without it, you can't hit crap. Ah! I was snuck up on by a cliff racer. Oh, come on. Just die. Ow. Just die. Ow. Just die. Ugh. Thank you. Thank you. Suppose it would be hard to fight a... Oh my god. To fight a bird in the air. Oh good. It targeted him, he's just not turned around to... Face me! Face me in battle, Cliff Racer! On top of that, the Morrowind code patch also fixed just a bunch of bugs that existed in the game. Mostly having to do with, like, data values, linking sounds back to things they're supposed to be linked to, because apparently axes were using the wrong sound file, as were, like, blunt weapons. It's just two of the things that popped off the top of my head. The way that damage to stats worked has been fixed so that it actually works the way the game claims it's supposed to work, as opposed to how it actually worked. Before, when one of your stats was fortified, if you took damage to that stat then, say you had your strength fortified and then something damaged your strength, when you restored your strength, it would restore it to your base strength. And the fortification would no longer be there, even if it should be. And if you then removed the fortification, it then took your stat down to what it... come on, get your weapon out. What are you doing? What are you doing? What it would have been. So say you have strength 50, and you fortified at 25 points. And then you take 50 points of damage to your strength, so that your strength is currently 50. You drink a restore strength potion. It restores your strength to 50, and it is ignoring the 25 fortification. When that... Oh my god, we're gonna die. There we go. You may have noticed that. I'll talk about that in a second. So it would restore your strength to 50, and then when the fortification wore off, the fortification would then drop to 25. So the code patch fixed it so you actually heal up to your full value, and then the fortification is reapplied. So, like, it would have taken you up to 50, and then applied the fortification again, taking you up to 75, so when the fortification wore off, you would just be back at your normal strength. Thank you. Ugh. So many things out here. Okay, so those of you who may have noticed when I cast the hard kill spell, normally in Morrowind, you have to pull out your pull out your hands specifically to cast magic spells. Ow, stop. the code patch fixes it so you don't have to do that. Instead, you just click the Ready Magic Spell button, which for me is R, and it just casts the spell you currently have. So, that's a change I feel that mostly just speeds up the game, so I don't have to say, put away my weapon and pull out my hands. And of course also allows me to have... What? Die? Who's shouting? Oomph. Oomph! I feel someone's in a fight. I don't know where that fight is. Ugh. Oh. Oh! Oh, hi there! Do you need help, sir? Sir? I'm going to assume you need help. I'm just gonna help you. I hope that's okay. Ow! Ah! We need to restore fatigue potion, because we aren't hitting crap. Let's get a health potion, too. Oh, no, we're doing crap damage. You okay, sir? Ow, ow, ow. Die, you terrible thing. Die. Oh god, I'm going to die. It's dead. Good. Get the next one. Ah! Oh my god. Cliff racers. I'm trying to save a man's life. Could you not? Just kill the clanfear and the guy will be safe, because the cliff racers are ignoring him. I don't even know what I'm attacking at this point. I might be hitting him. I think he just killed the cliff racer for me. Ow. Ow. I don't know how this battle is going, but it's intense. This is a lot of things. This is a big battle for Morrowind. Get off of me and just die. Ow. Ow. My face. Just die. Please, just die. Ow. I am not appreciative of this. Sir, I just helped you kill some clanfears. Could you please maybe come over and help just a little? No? Okay. That's fine. That's fine. You're probably injured, so let's just get rid of these things so they don't save bloat the game. We talk to you. And apparently take some clanfear hearts.
Oh, it's you. Can I help you? Yes, Outlander.
What do you want, Outlander? You expect me to thank you for your help with those clanfears. I ever asked for it, everything was under control. Really? Because those clanfears seem to be hurting you a lot. I was quite capable of dealing with them by myself. You didn't have to interrupt. What? You're really wounded. I was just playing with them to train my skills, but you had to come rushing in and play the hero, didn't you? Typical Outlander. Next time, step out of what doesn't concern you. Oh. Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure you'll be perfectly okay then. I'm sure that blood just is nothing. I'm fine. Look, it's just scratch. Oh. God, it's more blood than I can't. No. I can see you're fine. It's fine. I'll just let you carry on with your training. I'm sorry I interrupted you. Wait, please. Alright, it's possible I could use some help. Oh? Really? Fine, I need your help. I'm sorry. You're right about everything. You saved my life. Unless I get healing. Not for very long. I've run out of potions and magic. And most things, actually. I have a potion. Here, drink this. Thank you. Just give me a minute to see if my legs can hold my weight again. They seem to be holding your weight quite fine. Speaking of which, let's drop, well, I'll drink a potion once I'm out. While you drink that potion and heal up, I'm going to go in and finish my business here. You heal up out here, person I don't know. Okay, what was I talking about? The mods. Oh, yes. And we will leave this here as an offering. Okay, let's try that again. This here as an offering to hopefully strengthen Ghostgate. Okay. And more stuff with the code patch will come up as things happen. Other travelers here.
I can already tell.
How are you feeling?
I'm not going to like this.
Gods, that's better. I feel much less Daedra-eaten now. Thank you. This whole thing is very embarrassing. I'm trying to become a strong warrior, but I guess I still have a long way to go. What do you mean a strong warrior? I'm supposed to be a great warrior. It's expected of me. But I spend all my time training, and I'm obviously still not good enough. God! What would my tribe think of me if they knew I had been rescued by an outlander? An outlander, for Azura's sake. I mean, no offense, but it looks bad. It's not that bad. I mean, you were facing 3 clan fears, and then like three cliff racers showed up as well. Most people would be pressed against those odds. Thank you, but you don't understand. How could you? You have no idea who I am or what I have to do, so... Why? Well, you could tell me. It's not that simple. It's not something I'm free to discuss, and certainly not with Outlanders. All I will say is that I have a sacred mission I need to carry out within the Ghost Fence on behalf of my tribe, and others. But I've been training here for a week now, and I can't even deal with the creatures on this side of the fence. If it's a sacred mission, shouldn't the gods or Azura, who you invoked earlier, be protecting you? That's what my mother says. She has such powerful faith in her gods, and in me. That's why I have to succeed. I can't stand the thought of disappointing her, but I'm not sure I share her faith. That's my problem. Why do you have to be within the Ghost Fence? You're stronger than me, and you say your name is Madril Vendu, and you are a freelance adventurer? Tell me, Madril Vendu, do you ever adventure inside the Ghost Gate? No. I'm not saying I wouldn't if something sent me there, but no, I've never been inside the Ghost Gate. I've been told it's a very dangerous place. I thought so. You're strong enough to deal with those ash monsters, or you soon will be. Well, I did fight an ash zombie, so... I wonder. But no, forget it. I have no reason to trust you. I saved your life, didn't you? That's true, but how do I know your motives weren't... Sheogorath, I can't keep thinking like this. I have to do something. Madril Vendu, would you be willing to help me develop my skills? Would you consider training me? Yeah, I guess. If people knew, they would be horrified, but I can't see any other way. I'm just not getting anywhere training by myself. I need guidance, and you seem capable of giving it to me. Outlander or not, you're the only person I've met so far who has helped me, and perhaps that means something. And it's not as if I'd be a useless companion. I can fight, cast a few spells, and generally look after myself. I wouldn't be a burden to you. In fact, I could be a useful ally. I can levitate, breathe water, and heal myself, provided I have enough magic, of course. I'm a fast runner, and I can repair your weapons for you, if you have the right tools. God, I'm an idiot. I still haven't even introduced myself. My name is Julan Kashabal, of the Ahamusa tribe. Well, sort of. I'm actually an outcast, but it's complicated,
So what do you say, Madril Vendu? Do you think we'd make a good team?
Well, I don't know how good of a teacher I'd be, honestly. I mean, I'm willing to try, but I can't make any promises. You're free to come with me. At the very least, you'll have someone to protect you, help you deal with other Daedra or whatnot that might attack you. So, sure, you can come along.
Great! I have to admit, I was getting rather lonely hanging around here by myself. I'll let you take the lead since I really don't know Vardenfell all that well. In fact, this is the furthest I've ever been from home up until now. But, look, since we're here, can we try going within the ghost fence? Not far, just inside the gate. I have to get used to it. I just have to.
Sure. Okay, I guess we'll go through the gate. If that's what you want. Are you following me? You are. Okay. Are we wearing the same pants? We're wearing the same pants. We're wearing the same pants, Julan. This doesn't seem all that terribly threatening. No, what?
I'm sorry. I thought I was ready for this, but it's so... I know I have to come here, but I just can't. Not yet. Not now. Please. Let me cast Omcivi Intervention and teleport us both out of here. Please. My head is... I can't.
It's fine. We can go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Oh, it actually worked on me. Julan, where are we? Ald'ruhn. We're in Ald'ruhn. I guess that's fine. What time is it? 4 p.m. We can head to Balmor tomorrow. Do you want to come with me? Just come with me. I won't make you... Oh god, an ash storm. These are awful. Ugh. This is what my people have been working with all this time. This is awful. Ash storms. Okay. Welcome to my house, Julan. Let me show you around. Here's where we keep our plates. I plan on turning this shelf into a bookshelf, and we'll just move all the stuff over there. Food is stored in these containers if you need anything. Feel free to help yourself. Though if you do, I guess replace it, please, so we don't run out of food. Do you know anything about lockpicking? No? I didn't think so. If you did, I'd let you use this room, but as it is, I can't get in, so I'm sorry. You can sleep over here with the cushions. I only have a single bed. We can trade every now and then if you want. I won't make you sleep on the floor, these cushions, every night, but yeah. And here are alchemy ingredients. I don't know if you have any skill with alchemy, Julan. I guess we'll learn when I try and teach you things, but this is where we keep the stuff. So in fact, I'm going to drop off a bunch of stuff in here, like these Daedra hearts, or these feathers, or these roots, Scathcraw, rat meat. I guess we could cook it and eat it. And this is the house. So. Oh, okay.
I'm sorry for what happened back there. God, you must think I'm an utter coward. But I swear this to you. I am a warrior. I never run from a fight, and I do not fear death. I'm not afraid of the ash monsters on Red Mountain. It's something else to do with these weird dreams I've been having.
Weird dreams. You too?
I often dream that I'm climbing Red Mountain, and it's dark, and the air is filled with ash, getting into my eyes and mouth. It gets harder and harder to keep moving, and there are these voices surrounding me, whispering things.
Like what?
I don't know. I can't understand what they're saying, but they sound, not good. I mean, you've heard of Dagoth right? Even an outlander must know about him. The devil who lives under Red Mountain, yes? Who is supposed to make people go insane. By sending them dreams? Well, I mean, everybody has weird dreams, Julan. It's probably just stress. Of course, Digother is a powerful figure in our history and legend, so lots of people dream about him. It's nothing. I'm certainly not insane, and I'm not planning to be. So, why are your dreams bothering you so much that you can't set foot on Red Mountain? They aren't. I mean, they won't. I know it doesn't make sense. Just give me a little time, please. Maybe we could carry on with my training. I need to take my mind off things. Oh, yes, training. So let's find out what you know. Tell me about your current attributes. You're much more agile than I am. Much less unlucky. Much more unlucky, I guess. How about your skills? Major skills. Short blade, light armor. You're better at light armor than me. Restoration, block destruction. I'm better at destruction. Long blade, medium armor, illusion, sneak, armor. Alchemy 30. Oh, you do know a bit of alchemy. Okay. Let's see what we can improve. How about your weapon skills? No? Okay. How about... I was wondering if block would be part of that one. Training. How about... other skills? Speechcraft! No, I don't think I would teach you talking. At least not yet. That would be a bit of a dick move. Let's teach you how to talk better, you Ashlander savage. No. Maybe later. How about magic skills? Magician, destruction, enchantment. I can teach you a little bit about destruction magic. I noticed you were using it against the clan fear, so let me try and show you some of the tricks that I've learned. Fireball practice. Here, catch! Okay. Okay. Can we train you again? Once per day in any skill. Ah, okay. Oh, so I can get NPC trainers to train him. Okay, that's good. Can I have you just like, never mind. Can I have you just like stand here? Wait, right here. Okay. I'm going to bring you over to your area. And have you just stand right here. Stand. Okay. I'll cook some food for us, and I guess we'll spend the rest of the day lounging about before we go to Balmora to see this Caius Casades. Why is my button not working? What is happening? Game glitched there a little bit. Okay. I seem to be able to move now, so that's good. Okay. Are you done? Okay, you're done. Okay. So I'll cook us up this meat, and we'll toss in an egg for flavor. And that should be good. Oh, I'm walking now. I'm not running. Let's... What? Okay, let's see if we can fix that. That's annoying. Controls. Walk, run. Sneak. Shift! It's shift! Oh, okay. Oh, that's like next to sneak. Actually, that just makes me run. Where's the toggle for it? Always run. Caps lock. There we go. I prefer to always be running. Morrowind's already so slow. Okay, so we're going to cook some food in here, and also to roleplay the time passing from training that I taught him. We'll wait 2 hours, and we spent those 2 hours cooking, and I was talking about, like, fire magic. It's like, look, here, this is how we can do things with fire magic. Then we had a nice dinner of rat and hound meat. Some quadacuddle.
as the base of like a, I'm gonna guess a soup. We made a soup with the 2 meats, and we flavored it with a little bit of egg and salt rice. And we shared that, and now it's like 9 o'clock, so we're just going to go to bed. Good night, Julan. We'll be going to
Is there
Balmora in the
something
morning.
I can do for you?
Yes, we'll be going to Balmora in the morning, and you're welcome to come with me if you desire. I'm supposed to meet some guy named Caius Casares? I don't really know why.
Maybe she's right.
Your
I
mother?
don't know.
Okay,
Maybe she's right.
you're lost in thought, so we'll just talk about this later. It's like, why can't I? It's like, oh, Julan's watching, so the game won't let me sleep in an own bed. There we go. Let's see, 12 hours would be 9 a.m., so we're leaving at 6, so 8, 7, 6. Rest. What? Julan? Julan? There's a man in here. Get him! What is this madness?
You
Thank you, Julan. I don't know what I would have done if you weren't here. That guy was so agile. How would anyone choose to live here? You have to be mad. Excuse me, rude. What does he have on him? A silver dagger. We're taking that. That is going to be useful. I don't recognize this armor, actually. Do you, Julan?
Nah. It looks like Dark Brotherhood armor.
Why would the Dark Brotherhood break into her house? Maybe it had something to do with the woman who lived here before. I don't know. Here, help me get rid of this body. This is some really good armor. Well... guess wearing the boots can't help. I needed some good boots. And the gloves. No, the pauldrons are a bit too much. But the rest of this, I don't know what we'll do with it. I'm just gonna stick it in here, in this thing. Oh, there's an egg in here. In here, in this thing. And once we figure out what we're going to do with it, we'll do that. Combat's over. You can stop now, thank you. And I'll stick this old pauldron in here. Oh, wrong button. So how do we look? Huh. Yeah. Even though it's Dark Brotherhood, the gloves and the boots aren't too much. Because they don't scream Dark Brotherhood, they're just like black boots and gloves. So I feel I'd be comfortable wearing them. Not so much the body armor or the helmet, though. We do need a helmet, though. I don't look half bad. Okay. What time is it? 11 p.m. You broke in 2 hours after we got to bed. Okay. If we want to get up at 8... do what? 1 would be 12, and then 8 more hours, so 9 hours. Rest. Good, it's 8 in the morning. Okay. Okay. Thanks for keeping watch, Julan. That was a little stressful, to be honest. I still don't know why that guy broke in. Well, we're going to be heading to Balmora, so I'm going to get our stuff ready. Yes, exactly. Let's get us some breakfast, and then we'll head out. How does That's 2 eggs. How does eggs for breakfast sound? Good? Good. We will spend an hour having cooked and morning abluted, bathed, pooped, you know, the whole thing. It's now 9 and we're ready to go. And for us, that is going to be the end of the episode, at least this one. So next time we're going to head to Balmora and deliver a message to Caius Casades and see what that's all about. And I'll talk a little bit more about the mods that I have installed, because I didn't mention like 3 or 4 of them, because we got caught up in excitement. So leave a comment, subscribe, the whole thing you hear at the end of every YouTube video. I'd be super grateful. And I will see you guys next time. Okay, bye.